Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Wake up, Link.
And yeah, this is how the game begins. This is how our playthrough will begin on The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on the channel. The Zelda game that gave us the open world formula that we've come to know with Tears of the Kingdom as well, and the game that really revolutionized open world gaming and changed the Zelda formula entirely. I love this game, and when it first came out in 2017, it was my favorite game of all time. I loved Breath of the Wild, and I'm super hyped to play through this game on the channel for you guys, because I mean, I've played through the entire Tears of the Kingdom, and now I don't want to wait any longer. It is time to play through the game that started it, Breath of the Wild. Without further ado, let's just go and examine this, and...
That is a Sheikah slate. Take it.
more like an
It will help
iPhone.
guide you after your long slumber.
And yeah, this is the, as Zelda just said, the Sheikah Slate. And I'm gonna be saying things ahead of the playthrough, because I mean, it's not like we haven't played Breath of the Wild before. This game's been out for 8 years. I highly doubt this playthrough will I highly doubt anyone watching this playthrough will be surprised by anything, because this game's been out for so long. So I'm gonna spoil a couple of things as we go along. This is voice speaking to us. Well, we're gonna figure out who it is in this episode. But it might be Zelda, might be. But yeah, we have this little Sheikah slate, and of course some old shirt and well-worn trousers. So our very first piece of armor in the game, and yeah, Sheikah slate. Something that's very interesting. As you can tell, yeah, this is how we open it with the minus button. It just shows you the map. You can take a look at runes, your map, and whatever else. Now, it's not showing the names of these things because, well, technically we don't have them unlocked yet, but this is the album. This is the Hyrule Compendium. So yeah, the Sheikah Slate data is damaged, so yeah. We cannot see everything on the Sheikah Slate yet, but eventually we will be able to. So yeah, this game changes so much, and I'm really excited to go over all the changes that Breath of the Wild brought the Zelda franchise, and through it, Tears of the Kingdom continued. I'm gonna be going over everything throughout this playthrough, and I hope you guys look forward to it.
Slate up to the pedestal. That will show you the way.
I'll be honest, I kind of prefer Zelda's voice in Tears of the Kingdom compared to this game. She sounds less depressed in Tears of the Kingdom. In this game, she just sounds like a depressed, literally a depressed princess. But by scanning the Sheikah Slate, this door shall open.
Link, you are the light. Our light. That must shine upon Hyrule once again. Now go.
Yeah, we're the light that must literally save all of Hyrule. Now, this game is interesting because it just introduces a lot of things. I mean, the Sheikah Slate has the whole Sheikah Eye symbol on it, has the whole Sheikah Eye there, as you can see. And yeah, just this game introduces so much, including like Link being able to jump. Like, I mean, I just jumped up this. Like, Link can jump on command. This is a new thing in Breath of the Wild, and it continued in Tears of the Kingdom. And I'm excited to. I'm excited to show off everything this game has to offer, as I poured hundreds of hours into this game back in 2017. I remember seeing the first trailer about Breath of the Wild, and I could not help but jump out of my seat with excitement. 12, 13-year-old me. Yeah, I was hyped. Anyway, let's head forth. And, well, here's the opening cutscene that is very well known. Well, there's an old man looking at us. Well, what's he doing? Well, we're about to find out. We're to figure out why he was looking at us so weirdly. And of course, something else the game introduces is various weapons. Previously in Zelda games, you got yourself a set sword and shield that you'd eventually get. And you would have those weapons throughout the game, and then you could upgrade them, and you'd have only those set weapons throughout the game. You could get yourself items like the bombs, boomerang, everything. I mean, I've done playthroughs on so many Zelda games, we know all of this by now, but just pointing it out for reference, this game gives you variety. Instead of having one set sword or shield or bow and arrow, you can wield a wide variety of weapons, from a greatsword to a claymore to a short sword to a spear, to wielding steel bows or wooden bows or sharp bows. Yeah, so much changes in this game, and Breath of the Wild just became known for being, I guess, the magnum opus, or being Nintendo's greatest game, because it was. This game was the best-selling, I'm pretty sure, best-selling game on Nintendo Switch, which is the console, of course, I'm playing it on, because, I mean, we don't have the Switch 2 yet, and, yeah, this game changed so much, and this game blew every other game out of the water when it released in 2017, and so many games later, even now, are still releasing with the open world inspiration from Breath of the Wild. Other games are still taking inspiration from this game 8 years later. It's just crazy how much of an impact Breath of the Wild made on the gaming industry. But, with all that out of the way, let's pick up this baked apple, and, well, I beg your pardon. I do believe that is my baked apple. You can't just go about taking whatever you please. Oh, forgive me, I cannot resist pulling your leg. Please help yourself. An apple and an open flame make for a succulent treat. It is a bit strange to see another soul in these parts. Who are you? Me? I'll spare you my life story. I'm just an old fool who has lived here, alone, for quite some time now. What brings a bright-eyed young man like you to a place like this? Where are we? Answering a question with a question. That is fair enough. As I cannot imagine our meeting to be a simple coincidence, I shall tell you. This is the Great Plateau. According to legend, this is the birthplace of the entire kingdom of Hyrule. That temple there, long ago, it was the site of many sacred ceremonies. Ever since the decline of the kingdom 100 years ago, it has sat abandoned in a state of decay. Yet another forgotten entity, a mere ghost of its former self. Yeah, and that area you pointed out is the Temple of Time. And, well then, just help yourself to that torch there, and how, may I ask, are you planning to use it? To set things on fire. That is rather unnerving. Please be cautious of that around any dry grass that might catch fire. You know, there are plenty of monsters in this area. That torch would make a good weapon if need be. However, do not just swing it around without purpose. You must face your opponents and lock your sights on them. And yeah, I guess he teaches you how to lock on like that. I actually never learned that, learned to lock on through that in this game. I guess because I never picked up that torch there. But I'm gonna be treating this playthrough kind of like a cinematic, because I want to take everything in. I want to take in everything about this game because I really miss this game. And yeah, games teaching us how to climb. Because yeah, climbing is a new thing in this game. At least it was 8 years ago, and yeah, just I'm really excited for this playthrough. I really am. And oh, a voice.
Link. Head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
And I guess that's how we check our Sheikah slate. So yeah, that voice wants to head for the mark on Sheikah slate, which is follow the Sheikah slate main quest now. So yeah, I guess you gotta follow that now. And of course, I will make my way to that marker. But of course, I want to talk about a couple things in this very first episode, just because, like, this game, it changed so much. Like, I keep getting sidetracked by my own thoughts on what to talk about in this episode, just because I want to go over so much. But there's so much to go over in this game, it would take so long for me to discuss in one episode. So I guess I will leave some things for later, and I will discuss some things in later episodes. But here's our first enemy, a Bokoblin. Yeah, Bokoblin. Well, buddy, die. Yeah, something else to note is, well, for one, you can pick up monster pots from enemies now in this game. Yeah, you can pick up their horns and stuff, so that's cool. But something that is pretty cool is weapons break. I mean, it's not really a cool thing, but it's an interesting concept Nintendo added into this game. Very interesting concept. As instead of having a weapon on you permanently, weapons now break, creating more utilization for the various other weapons found throughout the game. So it's something that I found very annoying, weapons breaking, but I mean, it's a mechanic in the game. Can't really blame Nintendo for it. I mean, I can, but yeah, also, here's our very first Korok seed. I mean, I don't know why I'm treating this kind of like a walkthrough, but I typically do that when it's a game I know very well. But the Korok seeds, a new collectible in this game. I had to call them poop because it kind of just is. I mean, it's kind of Korok poop. This small seed was given to you by a Korok. It has a distinct smell. If you gather a bunch of them, you never know what may happen. Yeah, distinct smell, as in a very nasty and awful smell. Yeah. Just, yeah. The Korok seeds are not fun to collect, let me tell you. I still haven't 100% my own file in this game, and I am not 100%ing this file because that would be torture, and I'm not doing that. The Korok seeds were crazy, and, well, it was fun collecting them at first. It got boring and sucked real quick. So, yeah, I didn't like collecting them particularly, so, yeah. Collecting Korok seeds, it's not fun. It's not very fun. It's not too enjoyable, to say the least. Now, I actually will use this club. That deals 4 damage. Why not? May as well. And here's our first Bokoblin Fang. And another horn. So nice. I'll take it. Now, instead of just making my way straight into the Temple of Time, if we go ahead and... Oh, God. Okay. I thought I was going to fall down and take a lot of damage. Thankfully, no. But I was a bit worried there. Instead, if we make our way around here, well, we will find... actually, not here... It's at one of the structures you'll find as you're traversing your way up to the Temple of Time along this pathway. If you just continue running your way around. I'm surprised I didn't take any damage there either. Jeez. I guess but the luck is on our side. But, yes, I can tell there's a chest over there. I want to grab that chest because it'll hold a new armor piece for us. I believe new trousers. So, yeah, also, another new mechanic added in this game is the Flurry Rush. Something we know all too well from Tears of the Kingdom and, of course, this game originally. But yeah, the Flurry Rush. Pretty neat. You can just, yeah, do literally a flurry of attacks and go ham on the enemy. It's cool. And here's a pair of Hylian trousers, a new pair of pants for us. Wow. And what do you know? It goes better with our old shirt than the well-worn trousers. So let's go. Got those 3 pieces of armor, baby. But yeah, just yeah. This game adds so much. And I'm just excited to go over it throughout this playthrough. But I guess let's go and head off for the marker on our map, which is what the voice told us to do in the first place. I guess I'll head over to it now, seeing as how now I'm actually ready to. And there are Bokoblins down there. That is a Bokoblin camp. I want to say we can fairly easily... Ow, that hurt. Jeez, that was not pleasant. That was not pleasant at all. But I do believe if I make my way around here without the bokoblins noticing, I was worried they were going to notice me there, because the dude had a question mark above his head. But if we climb up here, make our way around, and here we go. Just push this rock, and kaboom! Yeah, they're both dead. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, they're both dead. So, yay, we get their monster parts. Yay! It's kind of brutal, but I mean it works. So just roll a boulder down, you kill them both, and here's our very first actual meal in the game. Which, well, barrel gave me nothing, and my weapon's almost broken. Yeah, and when your weapon's almost broken, it will flash red in your inventory slots. So just to make you aware that it's about to break. And you know what? Actually, I just don't have a bow yet. So to get ourselves a bow, so that we can head over to that camp, that skull, and blow up all those bokoblins, because at each of the skulls around Hyrule, you'll typically find something you can shoot down with an arrow, like a lantern, which will blow up, and it will pretty much kill all the bokoblins if they are low HP or low level. Now, what I mean by level, I'll explain that in the future, but for now, I'm not going to, because I don't see a point. I mean, I would explain it now, but I just don't see a big point explaining it right now, because that's a bit far. That's a bit far into the game, so I don't want to explain it right now. I believe that for when we, I guess, get to that part of the game. When we get to that part of the game, then I will explain what I mean by levels of bokoblins. That pretty much means the colors change, and yeah. Again, I'll explain it. I'll explain it when we get to that point in the game. But let's grab all these arrows, and now that we have ourselves a bow, and of course low on HP, and of course, since we are low on HP, let's go ahead and eat some mushrooms. This game changed so much, man. This game seriously changed so much. From older Zelda titles, only being able to find hearts and grass and whatnot, from being able to eat anything, it's just crazy. It's nuts. And also being able to cook things into elixirs and full-fledged meals, such as, well, food, which is this section. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Now, what I want to do is be a little bit careful here, as, yes, as you heard, that ping deals a critical hit, as the game is just mentioning in the little message in the corner there. Well, yeah, you can deal, if you hit an enemy at their head, you can deal a critical hit, dealing 2 times the damage, and that's only if you get the crit. If you hit them in the head with an arrow, you will get a crit. With any type of arrow in this game, there are different elemental arrows. You can get like ice arrows, fire arrows, bomb arrows, all that such. So, yeah, you can get a crit and kill them pretty quick. But let's go shoot this down. And like I said about the explosions, well, bye-bye, bokoblins. Yeah, you can blow them all up. Now, yeah, like I mentioned about the levels of bokoblins, well, now I can actually talk about it. So, let's go and kill this guy. And actually, let me go ahead and use the bokoblin club here and kill him. So there we go. And here's a spiked Boko club, which deals more damage than our current Boko club. As various weapons you find throughout the game will deal more damage, and they will have higher durability, all of that. Though I will say, some of the stronger weapons in the game, such as like Royal Guard armor and stuff, not really Royal Guard armor, but Royal Guard gear, that stuff will deal insane amounts of damage, but it also has very low durability. And, yeah, just like I'm saying, everything I'm saying, like elemental arrows, everything. So, to make this kind of succinct, levels of bokoblins. That was a blue bokoblin. He will take more hits to take down, because he is a higher level. The red bokoblin is the lowest level. They will have the lowest amount of HP and deal the lowest damage. The blue bokoblin will deal more damage and has more HP to deal with. And of course, as you go further along, you'll find like silver, gold, black bokoblins, and black enemies in general throughout Hyrule. And that's as you scale through the game. As you progress through the game in terms of story and exploration, the enemies level will pretty much scale, and you'll face tougher enemies as you explore, since you have gotten stronger. So, yeah, and basically in turn, as you get stronger, the enemy also gets stronger. So that's the fun part. And believe me, on Master Mode, that's not very fun. It's not terribly fun facing enemies on Master Mode. It's kind of brutal. But this guy has a sword and shield, and he's a red bokoblin. So since he's a red one, he will die very quickly. Very quick. And Yeah, here's also a Traveler Sword and a Boko Shield, our very first shield in the game, so now we can, of course, block, clearly. I feel it's pretty obvious. But you also have elemental arrows, so you shoot various elemental arrows, like fire arrows, ice arrows, bomb arrows, and then a pretty OP arrow later in the game, which is, well, the ancient arrow. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. But enough of me yapping about different things throughout this game. We'll come along everything as we progress on. Let me not get too ahead of myself with explaining things about this game. I feel like I've been doing that a lot this episode already. Let's examine this and place the Sheikah Slate in the pedestal. Well, I guess let's do that. And yeah, Link is very suspicious of the pedestal. He's like, you sure? Sheikah Tower activated. Please watch for falling rocks. And get ready for an earthquake. Distilling local information. Regional map extracted.
Try to remember. You have been asleep for the past 100 years. The beast. When the beast regains its true power, this world will face its end. Now then, you must hurry, Link. Before it's too late.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it again, I'll be honest. I don't like Zelda's voice in this game. I prefer in Tears of the Kingdom, because in this game, I'm not gonna lie, she kind of sounds like an old grandma. Yeah, sorry, Zelda. she does not sound young. She sounds, yeah, she sounds depressed and old. Sorry, Zelda. But now from this point, we just want to go down from the Sheikah Tower. Now, you could climb down, or you could do it the cool way and do a fall damage cancel. Now, the tricky part is that, well, basically what you do is when you're falling, you swap to a different weapon, right when you fall, and that's how you do it. I don't know if I want to do it. I'm very tempted to. I'm hoping it works first try. If it does, that would be great. But yeah, as I mentioned, the elemental arrows, fire, ice, bomb, and I already explained it, but yeah, enemies levels will scale, and I do find it cool how when you get the map information, update your map, it's a Sheikah Island dropping a tier into your Sheikah Slate and updating your map. It's pretty cool. And that's pretty much how you cover the map throughout the game. It's very different from Tears of the Kingdom, where in Tears of the Kingdom, Link gets launched into the sky, and then he scans the area from up high, and that's how he does it. Well, let's go ahead and drop on down. Aww. third time's the charm, right guys? Third time's the charm. I think... Oh, come on. Got it. My, it would seem we have quite the enigma here. This tower and others just like have erupted across the land, one after another. It is almost as though a long dormant power has awoken quite suddenly. If you do not mind me asking, did anything odd occur while you were atop that tower? I heard a voice. Well now, a voice you say. And did you happen to recognize this mysterious voice? No. I see. Well, that is unfortunate. I assume you caught sight of that atrocity enshrouding the castle. That is Calamity Ganon. 100 years ago, that vile entity brought the kingdom of Hyrule to ruin. It appeared suddenly and destroyed everything in its path. So many innocent lives were lost in its wake. For a century, the very symbol of our kingdom, Hyrule Castle, has managed to contain that evil, but just barely. There it festers, building its strength for the moment it will unleash its blight upon the land once again. It would appear that moment is fast approaching. I must ask you, courageous one, do you intend to make your way to the castle? I do. I had a feeling you would say that. Here, on this isolated plateau, we are surrounded on all sides by steep cliffs, with no way down. If you were to try to jump off, well, no death could be more certain, or more foolish. Of course, if you had a paraglider like mine, that would be quite another story. Hand it over! Oh, certainly, why not? But there is no such thing as a free item in this world, you know. Let's see now. How about I trade it for a bit of treasure that slumbers nearby? Come, let me show you something. Alright, and yeah, I believe you don't even have to wait for him, unless you do. Yeah, I think you do. You do gotta wait for him, but what he's talking about is the Sheikah Shrine over, well, there. Yeah, the Sheikah Shrine. Basically, the shrines are how you get spirit orbs to increase your health and stamina. And I don't know why he's walking in circles. I think it's because... are you good? Okay, I think the game is kind of glitched. Okay. I don't know why. I think he was glitched for a second. That was so weird. Let's go and talk to him now, though. Do you see this? Do you see that structure there? The one shining with a strange light? It began glowing at the exact moment those towers rose up from the ground. I would think such a place might have some sort of treasure, wouldn't you? Treasure for the Paraglider, a fair exchange, I believe. Well, yeah, now we're tasked with making our way to said shrine for the Paraglider in exchange, as, yeah, along with the Sheikah Towers from us activating one, it rose towers all across Hyrule, and also Sheikah Shrines to rise up from the ground as well. So, yeah, the Sheikah Shrines in this game are more orange, more tech-based, while the Shrines in Tears of the Kingdom are Zonai-based and more Old Age-based. And, yeah, they're of course green in theme. So, yeah. But the Sheikah Shrines are pretty simple. I think of them as like mini dungeons, because they have puzzles in them, and you get a reward at the end, which is like a piece of heart. So I consider it like a mini dungeon or something like that. So, yeah, I think of the spirit orbs like pieces of heart, because you get 4 and then it leads you to a piece of heart. Now, I do also have the DLC for this game purchased, so because of that, there are EX chests you'll find throughout the game. Some will give you various rubies like ore, others will give you armor. It really depends. But because I purchased the DLC for this game, as there was DLC, the Champion's Ballad, well, that will let you armor and various other things. I wish off the cutscenes for opening up a shrine, but it's just opening the door, and that's basically it. And it lights up this part blue. Once you complete the shrine, the head part will be lit blue instead of orange. So, yeah. And, yeah, I mean, this game just... it has so much. And it's just crazy to think that Nintendo was able to fit this game and even Tears of the Kingdom on the Switch. But hey, it works. And here's our first shrine in the game, which is the Magnesis Trial, which is actually our very first Sheikah rune. And yeah, throughout the game, at least for the starting area being the Great Plateau, you'll get yourself 4 runes to use for the shrines, and those runes you'll be using to complete the shrines and throughout the game. And then in the future, you'll be using those runes in a shrine to complete the puzzles and get some more spirit orbs and heart containers or stamina upgrades and so on and so forth. And of course, this game wasn't actually the first to introduce stamina in the Zelda franchise. Skyward Sword was the first to do that, I believe. Though Skyward Sword was definitely different. Skyward Sword it was a bit different, but very similar. But yeah, how we use a rune, just press the L button, there you go, Magnesis, boom, and you can use various runes in a very similar fashion. Yeah, it's very self-explanatory. But I believe Skyward Sword is the very first game to introduce stamina, and then this game just continued that thought, making it a pretty core thing, basically making it so instead of, you know, rolling with the A button, like rolling, you dash instead with stamina. So yeah, it's pretty neat. Now I want to go and actually push these, and actually, you know, Guardian, can you, you know, not be a menace to society, please? Perish. Oh, god dang it. Uh-oh. I'm in a little bit of danger, guys. Ow. Ha! He still got destroyed. And those are very first Guardian, which gets us an ancient screw and spring. Yeah, as you kill Guardians, the Guardians start this game, which are those guys. There are various types of Guardians. Some will be small like that one and be mobile. Others will be ginormous and also mobile. Others will just be like a turret where it'll be stationary, but it will fire a laser at you and it'll be stuck where it is. But it'll also just track you down, so yeah. But that was a Guardian, and when you kill them, they'll give you various ancient parts, which you can use for, say, a DLC item much later in the game. Much later. Pretty much an endgame reward. And I'll be showing off everything in this game. Like the DLC, I'll be showing off everything. So don't worry about that. This isn't 100%, but I'll be showing off everything that I want to show off, which is the main story, DLC, all that. And well, here's our first Sheikah Shrine completed. But again, just... this game contains a lot of stuff in it. Like, a lot. And the Guardians, I will say, are terrifying. So, yeah, the Guardians are quite scary in this game. But with one Spirit Orb, we should get the Paraglider from the old man, right? You'd think that we should get the Paraglider from the old man. Well, it's not gonna be so simple. As, yeah, we're not gonna get it with one Spirit Orb, we're gonna get it with 4. And, well, we're about to find that out right now, so... And also, I do like how when you're talking to an NPC, this game allows you to free roam the camera around when you're talking to someone. It's pretty nice. I mean, other games never allowed you to do this, but it seems you managed to get your hands on a Spirit Orb. Well done. I'm not gonna question it. Paraglider, please. I encourage you to slow down for a moment, my courageous friend. The appearance of those towers and the awakening of this shrine. It is all connected to that Sheikah slate you carry on your hip there. What do you mean? It has been quite some time since I've seen that Sheikah slate. Long ago, a highly advanced tribe known as the Sheikah inhabited these lands. The great power of their wisdom saved this kingdom time and time again. But their ancient technology disappeared long ago, or so it is said. It is interesting, however, to think how something like that survived all this time, hidden away in a shrine. These shrines are tucked away in numerous places all across this land. On this plateau alone, I believe there are still 3 more. Bring me the treasure from each of those shrines, and I will give you my Paraglider. That wasn't the deal. Oh, well, I suppose I changed my mind. I'm sure that won't be a problem for a young go-getter like you. Since I'm feeling generous, I will also teach you a trick for finding shrines. It's always best to survey the area by looking around from a high point. Are you joking? Oh, I'm afraid not, but do not worry, I have another little trick to share with you for your effort. Take a look at the map on your Sheikah slate. See those blue icons? You should recognize the cave where you woke, the shrine you came from, and the tower. You can travel instantly to any of those places with the Sheikah slate. Or so I heard quite some time ago. I do not know if it actually works as such. Well, we're about to find out, so let's test that theory and warp to the Great Plateau Tower. And here we are. Wait, he's already here. How'd you make it here, old man? I'm surprised it took you so long to catch up with an old man like me. How did you... Oh, leave an old man his secrets. Now then, I want you to join me up here so you could use this as a vantage point to search for shrines. Did you know that about the scope on your Sheikah slate? Look through it, you can stick a pin anywhere you'd like to mark on the map. Yeah, I kind of already showed that off, so yeah. Basically, I already showed off the scope. It's pretty just clicking in the right analog stick, press A, and you can place down a pin on various shrines. And well, there's also one right up there, and there's also one right up there. So now we have each shrine in the Great Plateau marked on our map. And, well, I'm going to head for the first one, which is the one closest to us, which is kind of the easiest one in my opinion. And I did remember how to do this. Yes, that is how you do full damage cancel. I remembered how to do it. So, just hold down the R button and then swap. Basically, what you have to do is hold down the R button like you're going to toss an item or a weapon. Like, you just hold down R and you can toss them like that. You don't just hold down then swap weapons. What you do is hold down R, then right before you land, you want to release R, and then while you're releasing R, swap, and then that's that. Now, it really only works when you're falling, so yeah, if you fall and then do it, then you actually won't toss the weapon, but instead, yeah, Link won't throw it because he's falling. He can't really throw in midair. So yeah. That's a fall damage cancel for you. Pretty nice. And here's an ancient screw. Yeah, you can, when you come across ruined things like guardians throughout the game, or really any ruined thing, you can find parts hidden. So yeah, and something else. Yeah, some aren't dormant. They will become alive, and this is great. I remember when I first came across the guardian, this was terrifying, but it's pretty simple. All you want to do is not that, I'm in danger now. Yeah, also something neat in this game is you can whistle sprint! Go, Link, go, 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 go. Okay, yep, we made it. I was a little scared there, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit scared there, but we made it. That's going to take on the very next shrine in the game, which will give us our next rune, which will actually be able to allow us to break these boulders. Now, you probably already guessed it by now. What is the rune? It allows you to break the boulders? Well, we are about to find out. Now, I'm already considering just cutting out every loading screen from this point onwards because it just takes up time. There's no need to keep every loading screen in, especially when I'm commentating. So, here's the bomb trail. Yes, we don't get no bomb flowers like in Tears of the Kingdom. We don't get no bomb item like in Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask or Skyward Sword. We get a rune for it, which is a tech-based bomb. It is... Waiting for the game here. The remote bomb. Yes. So we can use bombs, though they're remote detonated. So you no longer have to weigh and time it. Instead, well, yeah, I know how to switch a rune game. I'm not dumb. You can switch a rune by doing this. Basically, you can go boom. You detonate it with the button press. And of course, you have to wait for it to load up. Or you can just take out your other bomb and just go bam. And then swap the other one, and it should be fully loaded by then. So yeah, it's pretty neat. And of course, something else, instead of throwing with, like, the A button, you throw with the R button. So yeah, a lot changed in this game. Like, I'm gonna keep mentioning it. Like, this game just introduced a lot for a Zelda game. It really revolutionized the franchise. Now, what I want to do is that I just want to blow it up ahead of time just so that it wouldn't be blown up, so I should just move on. And also something else. Well, there is a ball here. Well, why is there a ball? Why is there a ball? Well, there's a reason for that. Actually, I don't quite know the reason, but we can find out. I actually don't know the reason why there is a ball, but you know what? I'm not gonna question it. It's probably for placing a ball somewhere, in some spot, because I know in various shrines you can place like a ball in the hole, and yeah, it'll solve like a puzzle in the shrine. For this though, we want to use the remote bomb and let this thing launch the bomb. So let it launch and kaboom! There you go. It blew up some of the rocks. Of course, we gotta wait for the remote bomb to, reload. Literally, gotta let it recharge and let it be launched over. And boom, there you go. Now there's some more blood up. Now we can make our way over there ourselves. So let's go and let it launch us. So we didn't get quite launched all the way over, but you know, we did get launched. But now, with that done, we can complete the shrine. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna show something with the remote bomb, a technique that I love using. Once I figured out how to use it, I love using this technique. I can't help but use it whenever I play this game. And I'll show it off as we make our way to the next shrine. But let's get the spirit orb and move on to the next shrine of the Great Plateau. So let's be off. And here we are back outside the shrine, and now we can just toss and go boom, and there you go. Now it opens up the path so that we can head through here as we please. But before I head out, well, there's a pretty funny item inside this DLC chest, which contains, yeah, a Nintendo Switch shirt. Seeing as how this game came with Nintendo Switch, it only feels right to wear it. I mean, it's pretty funny because this game released with the Nintendo Switch, so it's funny how Nintendo put this in the game as a DLC item. It's hilarious. It's like fourth wall breaking, but it's too funny. I have to wear it for this episode. It's too damn funny. But now we can make our way off for one of the other two shrines. Now first, I want to head for the one that was on a cliffside first, because there's one in a snowy area, though I don't really want to get that one next because that's in a colder region. So let's make our way off for the next shrine, which is all the way up there. So yeah. But yeah, the next shrine is going to be the next rune. I don't actually remember what the rune is. I don't remember if it's Stasis or Cryonis. I know one of the runes is Cryonis. I think the last rune I might be getting is Stasis. And in my opinion, Stasis is a really nice rune. I love it. But either way, I'm very excited to continue our journey through this game, as I love Breath of the Wild. I'm really excited to return to this game. I haven't played it in so long. And it's just nice to return to this game and just give it a full-fledged playthrough, especially on the channel. Now, don't worry. In my most recent stream, you guys said you want me to live stream Breath of the Wild, which I will do. I will stream Breath of the Wild on the channel. It'll be not through this playthrough, but through a challenge run, because I've always wanted to do this as a YouTube video series. So, and also here's the old man's home. You can get yourself some spicy peppers and whatnot. Actually, let me go and grab them because they could be very, very helpful to me. I'm not gonna use diary just because I'm sorry, but I could honestly care less. But let's grab the woodcutter's axe and everything because I could really use everything. Don't worry, I'm sure he won't mind. He can just fetch it all again. And of course, he can cook, utilizing all these items. And of course, this is a pot lid for a shield. Very interesting. But yeah, also new feature in the game is you can cook. So that's neat. Let's go and cook up a meal with some apples and some mushrooms and a fruit mushroom mix, which heals us for about 5-6 hearts, so not bad. And yeah, again, you can cook a variety of meals depending on what you use, being monster parts or like elemental things. You can give yourself elemental buff or debuff, making so you can withstand colder or warmer temperature or very hot temperatures for longer. And knock this tree down, and I did not think that this would happen, but I'll take it, I guess. Did not think that would happen, but I'll take it. Now, what I want to do... I'm kind of in danger. Let me try and knock this down. And never mind. Here's also wood. You can get yourself bundles of wood from trees, so that's cool. I'm gonna really hope that this is fine. Yeah, the Bokolans will run away from the logs. You know, I'm gonna go and just take him out, just because why not? I may as well just take out the Bokolans, just take him out, get him out of here. So, Bokolan, you can say bye-bye. Say bye-bye, buddy. Bye-bye. There we go. Okay. And let's go pick up his monster parts, because may as well. And also, some fireflies. Yeah, that's for a side quest in this game, I believe. I won't, again, I will not be doing every side quest one in this game. I just don't feel the need. I'm actually chuck this over there. And it seems like he noticed. So, you know what, Bokolan? I am going to chuck this. That did not work as I thought it would. That did not work. And you can also parry by pressing A with your shield. And yeah, you can parry. I do believe we have enough space. Yes, we do indeed. Now I'm going to go and smack you off. Yeah, he's dead. He fell down. Yeah, you actually cannot fall down there unless you have the paraglider. And of course, we don't have a paraglider, so we can't fall down there without taking damage, without Link screaming as he falls into the abyss. See, the Bakomo just disappeared straight up, so he's gone. So, yeah, I feel bad now. I feel a little bad. Just a little. Not a lot, just a little. But let's scale up this whole cliff face as we need to make our way up to the shrine. Yeah, this episode's been already pretty lengthy. I mean, there is a lot in this game. So each episode might drag on a little bit to be a decent length. Here's also a rush room, which we can use to, I believe, give us more speed, I do believe. I at least want to say so. Let's go wait it out, let our stamina recharge, and continue our climb up into scaling this cliff face. It's not too bad. It is already turning nighttime, so the day and night cycles are relatively quick in Breath of the Wild. Kind of similar to Ocarina of Time's. Actually, no, I would say not really that close to Ocarina of Time, seeing as how Ocarina of Time was like a 10-minute or 2-minute day and night cycle. So it barely felt like a cycle because it goes by so fast in Ocarina of Time. But just make your way up here. Let's hope I don't lose the stamina. All good. But yeah, as you complete shrines throughout the game and get yourself at least 4 spirit orbs, you can do an upgrade to either your heart containers or your stamina wheel. Now for me, for the first upgrade, I plan on doing a heart container upgrade just because why not? I kind of want to do a heart container upgrade. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing stamina, but I just feel like doing a heart container upgrade first, then I will focus on stamina more. But let's climb our way up here, and here we are, and also some stale enemies. Yeah, these are stale enemies. A new type of enemy in the game. But let's go take on the shrine and see what the next rune we are going to get is. And here we are. And this is the stasis trial. So I guess the final trial we will be doing is the Cryonis trial, as this is the penultimate one. The penultimate rune we are going to get, which is stasis. Of course, we do have one more rune to get, but it's not going to be from a shrine in the Great Plateau. It's going to be from a village in the game. So look forward to that in the future of the series. And here is the next rune. Yeah, stasis literally stops the flow of time. So when you use stasis, you can stop objects, or you can also upgrade your runes in the future of this game. So in the future, when you upgrade them, basically you can freeze enemies as well. Freeze them so you can deal more damage and expose their weak points. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And I just realized that I can't use stasis on that because it has a cooldown. So I forgot. I feel dumb now. Now, if it can recharge just a little bit quicker. There we go. Now we're good. I find it funny how right when I'm ready to use stasis. Okay, I do also dislike how you can't just press L to undo it. It reminds me of Recall, because with Recall, you could just press the L button and that would cancel it. But that's a Recall from Tears of the Kingdom, not stasis. Stasis, you have to, with any rune, you actually have to aim it onto what you had, what you were using initially. You have to aim it on the object, and then that way you can cancel it. But with Tears of the Kingdom, you could just press the button, and then that would be that. Now, what I want to do, you know what, Belko Spear, I'm sorry, but I have better weapons, so you're gone. Now, what's pretty cool here is you can just go ahead and smack this and send it flying. So, ba-bam. Yeah, it's gonna go flying. Oh, it fell from the shrine. Okay. Yeah, it's hilarious. Stasis, you can send things absolutely flying. It's hilarious what you can do. But let's complete the shrine and get ourselves the next spirit orb. Yeah, it's just spirit orb to spirit orb. It's a pretty easy process, though some shrines are definitely harder than others. Some aren't even puzzles, some are literally combat based. But that's the third spirit orb. Let's go for the final one. And here we are outside the shrine, and yeah, the stale enemies are out to play again. I'm not gonna bother with them because I don't really want to. So yeah, but actually, I'm tempted to use Shrine Resurrection. Just, you know what? Yeah, let's go for Shrine Resurrection, and I'll see you guys at a new area in the Great Plateau. And here we are, Shrine Resurrection. So yeah, we're back here. Now, later in the game, you'll actually be able to get yourself another Korok seed from back there where Link woke up. I don't believe we can get it now, but later in the game, we'll be able to get ourselves a Korok seed from there. It's pretty funny, but the Korok seeds, you can use it to upgrade your inventory slots. And yeah, they enable you to carry more weapons, shields, bows, all that good stuff. Now, another cool thing is shield surfing. Yeah, you can shield surf in this game too. Now, certain shields will break way quicker than others. Of course, the Paraglider is not a great shield, but Link wields this one. So it will more than likely break very quickly using it for shield surfing. I would not be surprised. Now, I am going to try here is kill him like this. Let me go ahead, snipe these men just like this. Come on, hey, out of here. And you can say bye to Koblin. So yeah, they're all done for. So yeah, they're goners. But we can grab this third stick to the head. So nice. And I was also using the sledgehammer. I could probably use a sword or the Boko Club instead, just because I don't really necessarily need to use the sledgehammer to kill some bokoblins, some measly bokoblins. But here's more spicy peppers. Now there's a reason the game is giving these spicy peppers to us. There's a very good reason as to why. I was gonna try and get some fireflies there, but kind of missed the mark. Kind of scared them off. But the reason why we need spicy peppers is because we need to cook ourselves a warm meal to stay warm in the frigid cold of this part of the Great Plateau. Now, I'm going to go ahead and kill this guy because I hate style enemies. They are very agitating, and I hate them a lot. Now, here's a bokoblin arm. I'm not going to bother with it if I could grab the bow, please, or not. Apparently, I don't have the inventory space, so never mind. Because this is the cold. If I run into it, well, yes. The game gives you a little indicator to indicate that, yeah, it is very cold. Now, here's some keys. Enemies that we know well from the Zelda series, and they're just as annoying as in really any other Zelda game. So, yeah. Here's the Keys Eyeball, where in this game, the monster parts are a lot less useful. It's for upgrading your armor. Yeah, they're a lot less useful compared to Tears of the Kingdom, where in Tears of the Kingdom, you could use them to home in on enemies. So yeah, Tears of the Kingdom really added a lot more utilization to the monster parts you get. So yeah, it added a lot more utilization. But with this lit, let's go ahead and use these spicy peppers to cook ourselves up a couple of nice and warm meals. I can tell, yes, 12 minutes. Now, I doubt it's going to take us that long to explore this colder region. I doubt it's going to take 12 minutes, especially at over 20. I don't think it's going to take that long. Maybe I'll be surprised. Maybe. I mean, this video, this first episode, Breath of the Wild, is nearly an hour long. Though, it's for a reason. It's kind of for a reason. Because, well, you know, it's the very start of the game. As we go along, it's probably going to progress a bit quicker in terms of the pace of this playthrough. Just because, you know, we're going to be doing more, and I know what I'm doing in this game. I've played this game before, like a couple times now, so I'm not exactly an idiot when it comes to this game. This won't be a blind playthrough, so do expect the future episodes to be, I guess, less slow-paced, I would say. Hopefully expect that. I'm going to actually grab, I thought that was going to be a material for food or cooking, but unfortunately it was not. Now, as we travel our way along, oh yeah, here's some ice choo-choos. I'm gonna ignore the ice choo-choos just because they will explode when I kill them, and I don't want to risk getting frozen. Saying, if you do step into this water, as you can tell, the water has this weird sparkly effect on it. Yeah, it's very cold water. If we step in it, we will freeze and lose our HP drastically quickly. I guess I could have said just drastically there, not drastically quickly. That didn't really make much sense, but you guys get what I mean. You will lose your HP very fast, and it's not a fun time, believe me. Now, in Tears of the Kingdom, you could rotate things. In this game, you cannot. So, just Tears of the Kingdom really improved a lot about Breath of the Wild. Tears of the Kingdom improved a lot about this game. Now, I believe there is a Korok seed around, under this bridge, actually. I do believe there's a Korok seed underneath this bridge, so I do actually want to try finding it, come to think of it. I kind of want to try and find it. Then again, I want to say there's a Korok seed on this bridge. Though I might be thinking of a different bridge in the game. I wouldn't be surprised if I was. But I want to say this bridge there is a Korok seed. Yeah, I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk it solely I thought I saw the sparkles of a Korok seed. I was mistaken. Anyway, enough getting sidetracked. The shrine is just up here. So let's go ahead and make our way up here. Now, I do believe on one of these spires in this area, there will be the old man. You can get yourself a nice piece of armor from him, which will be the warm doublet. And the warm doublet will, well, allow you some good cold resistance, so that you don't need to eat meals for cold resistance. So it's pretty neat. And I also believe there is an EX chest somewhere around here that we can grab for some rupees. I believe it'll be like for 50 rupees or something. So I definitely want to try getting it. I don't think I will. I may get it if we come across it. It does depend though. I do want to make my way up here though. Just so we are a bit closer to the shrine. So we can get to it, of course. And it looks like, yep, we are right here. So not too bad. With one stamina wheel, Link can really do a lot with how much stamina he has. And I actually do believe that if we make our way up there, that will be where we get ourselves the warm doublet. So I definitely want to grab that from the old man. I guess I'll grab it now, and then I'll be right back at the shrine. And as we make our way up here, we will find the old man atop this little spire, or very hilly part of I believe Mount Hylia is what it's called. Yeah, Mount Hylia. So here we will find the old man, and if we speak to him, I enjoy gazing out at the world from here. Breathtaking view. This may be the best place to get a full view of the entire plateau. Use your scope to look for shrines. When you look at one, place a pin on your map as a marker. You did well to make it this far without the proper clothing. Please take this warm doublet as a reward for your tenacity. And yes, this is how we get ourselves the warm doublet, so that we can, well, wear it and allow us cold resistance. So now we are good. Now, back to the shrine, and yes, I did activate so I could warp to it, so let's go and travel to it and take it on. And here we are at the shrine. So now we can take it on and we will be all set. So let's get ourselves the final rune and see what it is. And the final rune, I kind of did already spoil it, but yes, the Cryonis Trial, or the Cryonis Trial. However you feel like pronouncing it, honestly. But this is the final Sheikah Shrine trial we'll be doing on the Great Plateau. There will be trials in the future of the game that we can take on, which are combat-based, not puzzle-based, with the Sheikah runes, but nonetheless, we will be using the Sheikah runes in the future in shrines, and pretty much every shrine throughout the game, to complete said trials and get ourselves a spirit orb so we can do upgrades to our health containers and our stamina vessels. As the stamina is called stamina vessels, and as you can tell, there's one rune remaining. One rune, which we will be not getting from a shrine. It will be from a different place. Like I said, from a village. Yeah. That final rune is something on our Sheikah slate that should be on there, but it isn't. It's pretty interesting. Again, we will find out when we get to that point, but for now, let's go ahead and place this. Let's go and place this. Let's go and take out this guardian, and there you go. Pretty simple. Now, what we want to do from here, let's go ahead, pretty much place this so that it will lift up this platform, and pretty nice and easy. Now, to make it so we can easily make our way back here, actually, we can't really easily make our way back. Actually, no, we can. We can. Since we only have 3 pillars, I guess, of ice from water placed, we'll be able to easily make our way back up without having to place a new one. Traveler Spear, I don't care for it, because it doesn't deal a lot of damage, and I have better weapons in my inventory currently, at this stage of the game. I mean, later on, we'll get ourselves way stronger weapons, but for now, I have no need for a Traveler Spear. Let's complete the final shrine of the Great Plateau, get ourselves the final Spirit Orb, and see what the old man has to say now. So here it is. Now, let's see what the old man has to say about us completing every shrine on the Great Plateau. With this, you have now acquired all the spirit orbs from the shrines on this plateau. Oh, extraordinary. That means it is finally time. Link, it is finally time for me to tell you everything. But first, imagine X on your map with the 4 shrines as the endpoints. Find the spot where those lines intersect. I shall wait for you there. Do you understand? Where two lines connecting the shrines would cross, there I will be waiting. And yes, now we have the task set before us, as the old man just disappeared in front of our very eyes. Well, we're about to figure out why. So, let's make way for the Temple of Time, as that is where these lines would intersect. If you trace the lines, well, from shrine to shrine, boom, bam, where they intersect, yeah. It is at the Temple of Time, so I will see you guys there. Well, here we are at the Temple of Time. Yeah, this Temple of Time reminds me most of Ocarina of Time's Temple of Time. I find it interesting how it's always called a temple, even though it's not really a temple in the Zelda franchise. I mean, maybe it is a temple in a Zelda series. I just haven't played through it. That's probably the case. But let's make our way in. Well, if we make our way to pretty much the center of the Temple of Time, and actually, I believe the old man will not call us until after we use our spirit orbs, so let's go and use them as, well, we don't give them to him, but we use them for ourselves. Now again, like I mentioned, I'm going to use them for a heart container upgrade, just because I want to upgrade my hearts. I want to get as many hearts as possible, because you guys will see why later in this playthrough. You guys will see why later in this series. I did not mean to do okay. I meant to get the heart upgrade. Here I am. Get up here, quickly. Yeah, he's not walking around normally as he was earlier. Well, he is, he has a blue aura all around him, signifying that, yeah, he's no ordinary old man in the plateau that we just met. He's someone more significant. We're about to find out who he is. But first, here's our container. So nice. We're at 4 hearts. Plenty more to go. Yeah, you guys will see why I'm focusing on my hearts. I mean, we know in this game that you get the Master Sword at 13 hearts, but ignore I'm saying this. Yeah. I'm saving my hearts for the Master Sword, but anyway. Let's climb our way up and make our way up here to where the old man is, as we just climb our way up here, and we're about to learn the story of Breath of the Wild. This game had a very interesting story, not the most engaging, especially due to the memories in the game, but let's climb up here and, well, see what the old man has to say.
Well done there, young one. Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King Rome Bosphoramos Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule, a kingdom which no longer exists. The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics The divine beasts were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power, and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the divine beasts, and turned them against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, bravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Go on, here's the paraglider, just as I promised. And here is the key item of the game, the paraglider, which we can use to well, glide around. Free roam Hyrule now. The isolated plateau is now completed. With that, you should be able to safely fly off the cliffs surrounding this area. And I think that's it. I've told you everything I can. Link, you must save Hyrule. And yeah, the king disappears and is now up to us to not only destroy Ganon, but to also collect the soldier's bow. But also, it is our duty now to seek out Impa. So yeah, we gotta seek out Impa. And I forgot, the only tiers of the game in this game doesn't have the feature to drop your items when you have the slot menu out. But here's a soldier's bow, so nice. I will take it. I'm going to use a Boko bow, so I don't waste durability. But anyway, literally, at this point in the game, you could rush Ganon if you want to. You can rush Ganon right now if you so please. I'm not going to do that because this playthrough, well, it's a full playthrough. I'm just going to rush to Ganon. But this will be a full playthrough, heading through the story points, heading place to place, exploring the villages, exploring everything this game has to offer. Hope you guys look forward to it. And next time, we'll make our way out for Kakariko Village, past the Dueling Peaks, and seek out Impa as the next main quest suggests. I'll see you all done in Breath of the Wild. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're looking forward to the series, and if you want to see more of this game on the channel and more gaming content, be sure to subscribe. I do apologize, but after this week, I won't be posting for a couple months until I'm ready to post again. I won't be posting until I'm ready to again, whether it be this spring, summer, or even fall. I'll see you guys in the next video on the channel, whatever it might be. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next in Breath of the Wild as we continue onwards and make our way off to Impa in Kakariko Village. See you all then. Peace out.